What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're down here in beautiful sunny Ohio to check out my good friend Shelby Mershon from Mershons Morphs brand new state-of-the-art ball python facility that he just completed, as you can see by this absolutely massive building behind me. Just to give you guys kind of scale, because I know on camera it's hard to tell, each one of those garage doors behind me, which there are 3 of, are 20 feet across. That just kind of gives you an idea of just how insanely massive this entire building is. And before you guys get like, oh my God, man, that must be a crazy amount of snakes. It's not all snakes. He actually did something really unique that I haven't seen before. Half of it is a state-of-the-art car facility where he's gonna have some cool cars in it. It's not quite done yet. And then the other half is the actual facility for the ball pythons, including his office and the packing areas. The whole thing is just so well designed and it's so well done. Primary reason why I wanted to visit today is so to kind of come down here and pick his brain, because as some of you are aware, I'm actually in the process of selling my home right now, and we are moving, JP Reptiles is moving to a new location where we're actually gonna have some land and we're gonna be able to do something like this. Not quite as big. JP Reptiles is not gonna go this huge. I mean, this building is absolutely immense, but definitely do something substantial enough that we can get all the animals into comfortably and kind of plan it out so I have many years ahead of growth without having to be reliant on expansions or just basically running out of space. I definitely want a future plan for that. I hope you guys enjoy this video. We're gonna tour the entire facility. Let's get inside the facility and check out what's going on here at Mershons Morphs in Ohio.
Hey guys, welcome to Mershons Morphs. So this is the lobby, the office.
I see you got the nice accent wall. So that's a mini split, right?
Yeah, correct.
So you basically decided to keep your office separate from the facility so you could have 2 different climate systems.
It's nice because, you know, I mean, who wants to sit in their office and sweat after cleaning a few hundred cages in 80 degrees when you have 70 degrees in here?
So you're keeping this place air conditioned just so it's a little more comfortable to work in, right?
It is, correct.
And what's your plan over here with the countertops?
We're gonna do a countertop, then we're gonna do some shelves in the background just for decorations.
Yeah, and one of the great things I noticed, guys, about this this lobby is just these massive bay, like almost bay windows kind of, right? Like it lets in so much natural light. This is probably why you chose to do a glass wall here, right? Because you wanted more...
Yeah, natural light to the animals. It's awesome to sit here and just look at everything. It's not an enclosed area. You know, if this was all drywall, it'd be very tight feeling.
It makes the space bigger than what it actually is just
Correct.
by being able to see through it, right? What is the actual size of your facility?
So the office itself here is 12 foot wide by 30 foot in length.
You know, a lot of guys, including myself, big fans of epoxy. Tell us why you chose to go to epoxy, and you actually went a little bit differently. You decided to go not with a solid color.
No, I mean, it's more of, I wanted to give it a little contrast. So like, I mean, it's kind of a marbly type look. Epoxy, the biggest thing with concrete is obviously it's porous, you know? So it's nice that when it's done, that it seals up the room, temperature, the whole bit, it holds a lot better.
Yeah, it looks awesome. And again, another thing I noticed is you did a little bit different lighting. So you went with pot lights in the office versus the traditional linear lights inside the facility. What's the reasoning behind that?
Give it a different vibe at night. You know, it's nice to sit out here if I'm doing podcasts at night or anything like that. Like, I mean, just having the spotlights on versus having you know, the big main lights, crazy lights on in the facility, that it's a little milder tone. You know,
that's what I figured, because looking at these, like these are 5,000 Kelvin, right?
Correct.
So it can be super bright, especially at night, hard on the eyes all day.
It's a nice quiet, it's a different mood.
Look at that, built-in speakers.
Yeah, so we did 3 zones. So I did a zone for just the office, I did a zone for just the car part, and I did a zone for just the snake room. So, I mean, Justin can be in the facility cleaning snakes, he's doing things. It can be quiet in here, I can answer emails, I can be on the phone.
And your music can still be playing in here as well.
Plays, you know, the TV, if I put a podcast on the frame TV, it plays throughout the speakers of whatever zone I want as well.
That's awesome. Well, let's go check out inside. We got to see some snakes. I can obviously tell there's some blank space on the walls here, so you obviously have some future plans to continue expanding.
We will.
So yeah, let's get in there and check out the actual facility itself. This time I did push the button.
Oh. All right. Come on, guys, check out the facility.
Okay. All right, Shelby, tell us about this theme wall. Really like your colors.
Very simple 8 by 10 foot wall is what this is.
So you said that's made out of acrylic, not metal?
That's correct.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I like the sheen, the shine to it. It's really nice.
I'm happy with the way it turned out. Over here is the adult side. Yeah, I mean, we can fit 3 more 50 series tubs or 40 series of freedom breeder, you know, vice versa. All the females down this whole side.
Nice, very nice.
And then over here is males on each side.
What have you got going on here?
Oh, a fan favorite, it seems like, so far, it has been the Redhead Hurricane Clown. It's definitely a very, very unique animal to me.
I just love like all this white empty space in between the pattern. It's really, really cool. And obviously the Hurricane just interacted so well with the Redhead. Definitely gave me some inspiration. So you got the males on this side and the females on this side, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And then you decided to put a sink?
Yeah, so we did a double deep stainless sink. The thing with stainless is it never wears out. You know, I mean, you can use it for longs of time.
It's very clean and easy to clean as well, right?
It is. You know, I mean, you get water spots obviously on things no matter what, but I mean, it's just, you know, the nature of the beast being out here every day. You know, I mean, I did stainless batch. Just a big thing is obviously water hitting, you know, when you're cleaning tubs or whatever, it hits drywall. You don't want that, you know, so
yeah,
I did stainless. But yeah, we got room, you know, I mean, another mail rack, have room for even another mail rack with moving that trash can over a little bit.
So you basically set yourself up to have enough space to basically expand as much as you want over the next few years.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, we got 10-foot ceilings in here, so we can go up with all these racks, obviously in levels. But right now, I mean, we still got to put the foundation in and the aspect of, you know, laying out the groundwork of where every rack can fit, you know, and then we can build up from there if we need to.
Okay, next, Shelby, what do we got?
So here's another cool animal I really like. This is an Orange Dream Desert Ghost Clown female.
Wow, look at that. I didn't even know you had this. When did you get this snake?
This animal came in a few months ago.
It's so clean. I mean, the OD just transformed the Desert Ghost.
It's got a perfect little heart on its head, you know. Great animal for Valentine's Day, you know. Let's do a comparison real quick, just because they're right here both. So here's Orange Dream Enchi DG Clown.
Even that's absolutely stunning.
So here's a really cool comparison of just Orange Dream in the DG Clown versus OD Enchi DG Clown.
So you're obviously a big fan of the DG Clown project?
I like it a lot. I do. I really do. I think there's a lot of potential there. You know, I mean, how clean it makes an animal, the scales, just everything about it.
So the inside part of this facility, from this wall all the way to the glass wall, how many feet is that?
So that's 38 feet.
38 feet, okay. So how wide are these aisles? Because there's 2 sides of it.
You know, I mean, so technically this wall is obviously 8 foot. You take 30 feet out of 8, that's 22 feet. So basically it's 11 feet gap on each side of the T-wall. I'm walking through here, I'm not a big guy. You probably got a good 10 feet.
You know, I've seen some facilities where everything is really compressed and it's kind of hard to work in. I actually prefer this look. I prefer having lots of open space that you can work in. You know, you've got your cart, your garbage can, and you don't have to feel like you're claustrophobic. Got all this natural light coming in from the office. It's a really, really neat touch.
That's kind of a big portion of why I wanted to do it this way, is I wanted to give room. You know, I mean, if we have 15 people here, we can all stand right here and have plenty of room to
And this separation wall, how long is that?
So basically it's 10 foot from the glass to the front wall. That's 8 feet gap. It's 38 feet. So there's 20 feet right here just in length. There's 144 males just on the interior wall of 3 racks.
And then you could probably go up to around 500 females if you wanted to.
I could. Yeah, for sure.
You're not planning on doing that, but you could if you wanted to.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, ideally, I don't like to work above my head, to be honest. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
so you're keeping these, so you haven't added a
Pulling-
single level on these.
No, I mean, pulling a tub out like this is nice. You know, I mean, that's high enough. You know, pulling out from here or even higher, I'm not a tall guy. You got space to grow.
So it's nice to know, to kind of get an idea, okay, well, if I build like, let's say a 30 by 40 building, I take out the office. Some people don't want an office space just to
Right.
save space and money.
Sure.
So if you just did a 30 by 40, for example,
You got plenty of room.
you got plenty of room to
really
do
Yeah,
huge numbers if you ever wanted to grow that big.
exactly. You know? So this is all hatchlings hatchlings down through here, or will be, I should say. I mean, we're kind of in the peak season of not mini babies. You know, it's been a great year last year. You know, thanks to everybody who supported me last year and customers in general. 25 babies is all I have left, you know, going into 23. This is a Hurricane Clown girl that actually hatched out of the Redhead Hurricane Clown clutch.
Look at the difference on this one.
That's, she's very just unique in general to me.
So this you would consider extremely high expression.
Yeah, and you know, I'm very confused in general a little bit there. I mean, it's definitely not Redhead Hurricane. I mean, we kind of seen that already, you know, on the visual. But this is, it's just a very, very unique Hurricane Clown to me.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, you know, we'll keep her, you know, and see what the future holds with it. We got a Confusion Banana Spotnose Clown Girl.
Oh, I just love it. You know how much I love banana, right?
It does. It's a very, very cool gene. Confusion works with banana in a very good way, I feel.
Do you have a Spotnose without banana?
Oh, we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Show them the difference. Let's compare them.
Here's a nice little Confusion Spotnose Clown female.
So show them the difference between the two. Like, look at that. So the great pattern is still there.
It is.
It's just the color, right?
Confusion Leopard's definitely another one that's kind of unique. I really like it a lot just because of the belly thing. You know, I mean, to have a black belly like that would be cool. I think banana would be really neat with this animal, you know.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Here's a nice little female from Canova, thanks to Justin. This
Sunset Het Clown. Shelby getting a sunset game.
So this is a Leopard Sunset Het Clown female. I just wanted to have one on the shelf just to have it. You know, there's never a... It's a plug and play down the road, potentially.
Yeah.
And having it now versus having it later, I just like to have a variation. Here's Orange Dream Enchi, Redstripe, Gstripe Clown.
Yeah, you know I just picked up that triple recessive.
Yeah, that male.
Yeah, I love the Gstripes. I've been trying to get Gstripe. You know this. I've been trying to get Gstripe since 2020.
Yeah, something that's nice to have on the shelves. I think there is potential in this project. You know, the Confusion thing here recently with the Gstripe Clown, was very cool.
And you did a sync as well on this side, so you wanted two syncs.
Yeah, so we did syncs on each side, same setup, you know, love dispenser, you know, I mean, the commercial, you know, spray nozzle, the whole bit, you know, both sides have a garden hose, you know, its own shut-off spigot, you know, I mean, stainless in both sides on this wall just because of the water, obviously.
Yeah, and I can tell right away, this is obviously your incubator, right?
Yeah, so we did an incubator. It's 6 foot by 3 foot deep. We did one thermostat. I'm gonna actually do two.
And this is what's interesting, guys. So literally, this is all you're using to heat this whole room.
Yeah, so we did 2 strips, 12-inch wide heat tape, and it's enough heat. I mean, if you actually touch it, it's actually warm. And with the fan being on, when it is on, it circulates enough air in this thing. I mean, you can probably tell by the audio how tight just this room is.
Yeah, so you made sure this room was sealed and well
it's
done.
Insulated the whole bit.
And you put a separate light in here, obviously, to light it up.
But I did insulate the whole center of this wall too, inside of this actual room. You know, so I mean, it just because
heat doesn't escape.
No, and just because the outside walls were insulated, you know, I still end up doing the T-wall, the logo wall.
Put a light in it and a fan, and you've got two, how
they're 12 inches wide. And then I had them measured, I think they're 5 foot strips, you know.
So 2 5-foot strips of heat tape is all you need to basically completely heat this size of an incubator, which you said is 6 feet by 3 feet?
Yeah, it's 3 feet deep by 6 foot. I mean, obviously we've had the thing open, the door open right now, so it's only 87, it's dropped a little bit. We'll close it up and it'll pop right back up.
Just to quickly touch on this before we go in that room, Shelby, you were saying that you were looking to possibly do something special for this wall that's not necessarily hatchling ball pythons?
Yeah.
Give us some insight. What's your plans, hopefully?
So, you know, I mean, realistically, I mean, I love reptiles, obviously, in general. There's always species of animals that I've always had a lot of interest in that it's not what makes money for the business.
Just something for fun.
Something for fun, you know. I mean, my office is right there. I can literally sit there and look at the display wall.
So give us some insight. What kind of animals for your projects are you looking for?
So we're gonna do a display wall. I mean, there's a 10 tape strip right here. That's 10 foot to this. We're gonna do a 10 foot by, probably roughly as high as a 1075 rack is in height. And do like a base. I want to do all sliding glass enclosures. I've got a few boas now. I like boas as well. I want to do some GTPs.
Green tree pythons?
Yeah, just for
display.
Display, you know.
And where's the big fish tank? Because I'm a big fish tank guy.
You know, I mean, you keep bringing that up, and
I keep telling guys, go down in the comments below, right there where that couch is. I say he ditches the couch or puts it on this side of the wall and puts an 8-foot saltwater reef tank right there with live corals and everything. What do you guys think? Go down in the comments. Shelby's not too keen on it, says it's too much work.
They're a lot of work.
I think that would be so cool though. That would be so cool. Okay, so now the next part of this video, guys, this is just kind of, for me, this is a luxury to have, but I feel like not everybody has the space or maybe the investment to build an even larger structure, because your building is pretty huge.
It's 80 by 60 total.
Yeah, in total. So if you want to compress this down to a point, guys, where you just want to have something similar like this, you know, maybe ditch the office, ditch what's back here, you could do amazing stuff in a building, like you said, that's 30 by 40. But if you have the extra 10 feet of space, this is what I call a luxury. Show us what the extra 10 feet of space can bring you.
Sure. So I mean, the biggest point of doing what I did here is to keep the room so clean. You know, there's not boxes sitting around. It's just very clean.
You want the facility to be snakes only.
Correct. Right? Yeah, I just want it clean, you know? So this is basically the supply room.
It's such a good thing to have when you get to a certain size, like you said, having all the supplies, shipping boxes, all the things you need for your shows. If you have the ability to go 50 feet and get that extra 10 feet of space so that you can incorporate a supply room. I mean, look how clean this is. Keeps everything out of your house garage, and it keeps everything out of your snake facility that you necessarily just want to keep for the snakes.
It makes it really easy. You know, like Jordan said, you know, I put all the display stuff, you know, for shows and everything on one rack, shipping station, you know, styrofoam boxes, all that kind of stuff. You know, we always keep extra of everything here. You know, I mean, this is more hatch right for the incubator, rodent tubs for rodents. I don't breed my own rodents.
I was gonna say, like, if you guys are looking to do something, like build something like I am as well, you could also ditch the whole idea with shipping station, and you could turn this into like a rodent facility with fans and a separate door. There's so many different ways to go about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's anything a pencil will draw. You know, I mean, your mind is what holds you back at building something, you know? So, I mean, realistically, it's, you know, sit down and really, you know, I mean, I'd be glad to help anybody that would ask, you know, what's your outlet heights, you know, from the ceiling for the snake facility it's alone. You know, like in here, obviously I didn't do anything high because I didn't need it. You know, I mean, primarily everything's lower, but I always put plenty of power in the whole entire building. You know, all the outlets in the snake facility are all completely on their own circuit. Every one of them's numbered. I can go to the breaker box. Oh, that's the one that popped. Bing, done. You know, like, I mean, there's no second guessing. We did 42-inch wide commercial doors, you know, so like the ARS racks and everything, they're standard here. They're not hybrids. I can roll every single one of them right through. So when
what's behind this door?
So when I make an order for rodents, you know, I can strictly just go and racks. Then I can literally go and back up to the garage door, roll them straight in. But like setting up for shows, you know, I pull the car in right here, you know, through this door, and the supply room is right there. So I literally, the animals go in all the boxes, everything gets packaged up.
So you literally just come in here, back your car in, all your supplies that you need. Like, that's such a good feature to have.
I didn't want anything going through my office. You know, I didn't want to be able to, you know, carry in trash bags, you know, every single week, the whole bit. Every single thing comes out this door.
Your facility and surrounding is still a work in progress.
Always. It never will end.
I like how compressed it is and how well laid out it is, and you obviously planned everything to a T. If, like you said, if you guys have any questions, if you are eventually looking to plan something, whether it's this big or smaller, you've got a lot of measurements, you've talked to a lot of different trades, you went through this whole process. I'm sure there's a lot of insight, myself included, because I'm looking at doing something like this very similar very soon as well. Just to kind of pick your brain. People can reach out to you on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely. You know, feel free to reach out on Instagram. You can shoot me a text if you have my phone number.
If you guys go down in the description below, check out his links. If you want to have any questions about building anything or going through this process, he's more than happy to help you guys out, right?
Yeah, definitely. Check me out on Instagram. You know, I do have a website as well. It's mershonsmorphs.net.
Awesome, man. Well, let's end the video today. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you go down in the comments below. Let us know what you thought about the brand new facility. Cheers, guys. Talk soon.